Hey guys, thanks for tuning in for day 3 of Poetry Lockdown. I am bringing you some Andres Montoya today. Andres Montoya is a fantastic poet. I feel like he should be a lot better known. I got introduced to his work actually through Margaret Cristo Ray. Some of my students, many of my students, have read his brother Maceo's fantastic novel, The Scoundrel and the Optimist. And after getting involved with Maceo's fiction, I discovered his brother, who passed away unfortunately in 1999. His poetry, which is beautiful. So I'm going to be reading a poem from his one collection that was published, The Ice Worker Sings. Really terrific collection. I'd totally recommend it. This poem is called Silence. Silence. It wounds me, this silence. Even the tears have been abandoned. And though I collect the salt from all the eyes, tasting them, filing each according to its purity of sadness, this too is forgotten. Forgotten. The dead girl's laugh on a Saturday afternoon, pierced and pondered by a stray bullet's incredible insight. Forgotten. Rene, who loved the smell of his son's skin, remembering his folds of flesh in the holes of his nostrils just before the cops came with their 357 smiles. And I keep waiting for the screams. Screams for the man mumbling, imagining himself embedded in the perfect life of a rose. Screams for the woman wailing in the back room of a dying apartment, her life living itself out of the bowl of a glass pipe. I keep waiting for the screams. Screams the dead, the dying, the decayed. But there is only the mute moth eating away at everything. It wounds me, this silence, and though my wounds like coins are nothing, though I lose them and find them again, it is still true. This silence wounds us all. You see, this is the silence of the dead men dancing, singing forth the crimes of the rich. But who hears you, dead man? Who listens to the truth falling muffled from your mouth? You see, this is the silence of Christ beaten blue and black on the scorching streets of the city. Christ mistaken for a gangster or thug or just another mojado moving in on the precious property of Providence. And everyone is washing their hands in the silence of these sins. There is not one innocent. No, not one. God, I love that poem. So if you're just joining, that's Andres Montoya's Silence. Andres Montoya was not a shy man. If you're looking for a poet who does not want to mingle politics and religion and his thoughts on the world, then you should probably go somewhere else, because this was an outspoken, very politically active poet, writing at the times of the race riots in California in the 90s, and lived in Fresno and wrote a lot about the inequalities in Fresno. So I feel like just a terrific poet for our moment, and I also just like that. He was somebody who was fiercely active politically, but also had this radical conversion to Christianity before he died as a young man. So love his work. I think I'm not going to reread the entire poem, but I'll reread the last section of it. You see, this is the silence of the dead man dancing, singing forth the crimes of the rich. But who hears you, dead man? Who listens to the truth falling muffled from your mouth? You see, this is the silence of Christ beaten blue and black on the scorching streets of the city. Christ mistaken for a gangster or thug or just another mojado moving in on the precious property of Providence. And everyone is washing their hands in the silence of these sins. There is not one innocent. No, not one.